Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So on this video, we're gonna look at what we can expect to see from Avatar in the future whenever James Cameron officially starts releasing the Avatar movies in 4K HDR. I have a feeling he will release it in 2021 prior to the release of the Avatar sequel, and I think that's where you will see a 4K HDR or possibly 4K Dolby Vision Avatar movie on a 4K UHD Blu-ray. But for right now, the only demo that I have is from a website called a www.tekno3d, techno3d.com. And also their website, it's called HDRX. I will leave the links down below. I'm using my OLED here to look at this demo, to look at and see how well the HDR looks. There's few scenes here they're being used. This is a conversion from a Blu-ray, original Blu-ray movie into a higher resolution 4K with the 10-bit HEVC compression with 420 upsampling, and also Rec 2020, which is pretty darn amazing if you ask me, and with 6,000 nits to give us that best possible contrast ratio in the HDR. Now this is the OLED. I'm using this on the OLED first, so I'm gonna go ahead and play a scene just to show you that this is HDR. For those of you who are wondering whether or not how can you know that this is HDR? Well, here, this is how I know this is the HDR, and it does have HDR. It's a compression, but nonetheless it looks great. And this is pretty much going to be the similar principle they're going to use on a 4K UHD Blu-ray movie. So without any further ado, let's look at this scene and let's examine it. Let's look at it. Alright, so there it is, and this just simply looks mind-boggling. Guys, when you see this for the very first time, this just simply looks stunning. This has to be hands down one of the best HDRs that I have seen. I mean, good God. Imagine 3D. You put 3D with this, with the OLED. Imagine 4K HDR with 3D. Oh my God. This is just simply unbelievable. You guys have to see this for yourself. I'll put a link down below so you guys can see it. It's just simply unbelievable. It just looks stunning. Simply stunning. Look at that. Look at the contrast ratio. My camera here, it's not doing it justice. When you guys see this for yourself, you're gonna be blown away. This has to be hands down the best HDR conversion that I have seen. And of course it's compressed and converted with the HEVC 10-bit 420. And even here you can see just how beautifully that HDR conversion is being presented here. It's just this is going to be probably the best HDR 4K version demo for us to truly test on our televisions and to showcase what our 4K HDR televisions can do. And even here on this scene, as you will see, it's just beautiful. I've seen HDRs, but here's the thing. James Cameron has these cameras. These cameras are just perfectly made. They're just perfectly made for HDR in 3D, and even to this day, this movie, it's ahead of its time. And you guys, I'm telling you, the next sequel, the Avatar 2, Avatar 3, Avatar 4, Avatar 5, it's going to blow you away into a atmosphere and probably into a universe, because what you're going to experience next, it's really going to be on such a groundbreaking level, especially this new Sony camera that James Cameron specifically asked Sony to design for him. It's Sony used their most expensive camera on the world that they have, and he asked them to specifically custom design that camera for Avatar sequels. And guys, there's a reason why I'm showing all these videos. There's a reason why I talk about Dolby 3D. There's a reason why I mentioned James Cameron. I'm not here to give you a false information. I'm not here to sell you a snake oil. I've been doing this for 6 years, been self-sponsoring myself. No one sponsors me other than me, myself. And what I try to do here, I try to really give you a little glimpse of what's coming down the road. And what's coming down the road, it's going to be simply mind-blowing, especially when you add 8K. Imagine 88-inch 8K resolution with micro LEDs or OLED, with HDR or Dolby Vision, and then you put 3D, Dolby 3D without glasses, glasses free. We're talking, I might do a video where I'm gonna show you my old TV versus the OLED and just how far technology has advanced in past 10 years. Past 10 years in terms of TVs. It's truly remarkable. So anyway, I'm gonna put a link down below. You guys can check out these videos for yourself. You can experience it for yourself. If you have OLED, you're truly going to be blown away just how stunningly this looks when you see it in person. Forget the video, forget this, my camera is not doing it justice. When you see this in person and when you see this conversion, you're gonna say there's no question about it. This movie will be the best 4K HDR movie, and it's the best 3D movie there is. So Avatar, in its sense, it's truly ahead of its time. Even after 10 years, this movie, it's still ahead of its time because it was using the camera that was ahead of its time. Very expensive camera that was ahead of its time, and it was executed very perfectly and carefully. It took 10 years, but hey, it was worth the wait. Look at the end result, you know? So anyway, there you have it. And I'm going to leave a link down below for you guys to check these videos for yourself. If you have a cell phone, you can also experience this on a Samsung Note 9 or Note 10 Plus with 1440p HDR, but I highly encourage you to check this out on a OLED. If you have OLED, you are going to appreciate this video even more. Or if you have a Samsung Q9 or Samsung Q8 FN, you are going to be truly blown away by this conversion. But the OLED is going to give you, honestly, in my opinion, the best possible picture quality. Okay, so anyway, there you have it. I hope you guys find this video informative. And look, guys, the future of movies, the future of gaming, it's really going to be jaw-dropping. It's going to be such irresistible technology. It's like Bob Lazar says, an irresistible technology, and that's what we're going to be getting in the future. So there you have it. Enjoy it. Strap on a seatbelt, man. The future of television, movies, entertainment looks mind-blowing. Take care.